Oh, that was a loud crash. Good morning. I'm here, even though I wanted to just lay in bed all day because, you know, I can, if and I want to. It was very peaceful. All right, we're here. I'm going to get the link out because I remembered, which is, a miracle. And begin. There we are. Looks like I have a shadow today. No, I just had a shadow when I was leaning over. I have no shadow today, which is lovely. My hands are cold though. And my other glove. Time for morning gloves. Good morning, Dieta. Good morning, Julie. This will keep me warm for a while. I don't even have to put my thumb out. I'll just keep these in my warmers. Hi, Valerie. Welcome to the morning. Welcome to the morning show. It's a really, really, really big shoe. Yeah. Good morning, Ellen. It is Thursday. Oh my goodness. It is Thursday. Hi, Lita. Hi, Kathy. It's Thursday, and our prompt today is diagonal. You know, diagonal, like this. Diagonal, or like this. Diagonal. That's our prompt today. Am I excited about it? No, but I have come up with something that could be fun. It's too soon to tell. It's way too soon to tell. Anyway, I hope it's fun. So, how's everybody else this fine Thursday morning? Are we ready to rock and to roll? I get these updates that I can't talk about on this group. Hi, Kathy and Michelle. Did I say Kathy? Good morning, Michelle. Because they have lots of F-bombs in them, but they are a good morning message from this guy on Instagram who is so funny. So funny, but only if you like cuss words. And my husband and I listened to it this morning, and I had to listen to it 3 or 4 times. It just made me giggle and smile and go, I can make it through this day. Let's do this. It'll be a good day. And then the power went out. Luckily, it went out for maybe 30 seconds, but then they sent me a message saying, you know who I look like with these big gloves? The guy at the gate at the Emerald Palace, at the Emerald City. Oh, you want to see the wizard? Anyway, the power went out for like 30 seconds and then it came back on. So it's back on. Hi, Ruth Ann. Hi, Shari. So let's just start. Good morning, Pat. Shameless plug time. You guys got here just in time for a shameless plug. Here it is. The shameless plug of the day is the same as every day. It's creatorofcuteness.com, the website. You know it. You love it. It's creatorofcuteness.com. Bookmark it. Think about it. Love it. Share it. Buy things from it. It's creatorofcuteness.com. All right, well, good morning, Rebecca and Carol and Z Diddy, and Jan Marie. Hello. So I'm only shamelessly plugging today the empty page. And why is that? Because, I don't know why. Oh, I do know why. Because it is this Saturday, in 2 days. It's the Empty Page again. So the Empty Page is a 6-month doodle workshop where we are working in a journal, which I will show you momentarily. You get traceable art from me every other month. You learn about mark making tools and mediums. This month we're going to be focusing on a Stabilo all pencil and oil pastels or water-soluble crayons, whatever you might have. You will supply your own journal, and I supply the rest, meaning the art and the lessons. And the classes are live and then recorded, so you can watch at any time. So if you sign up now, you will get the January class, which is past, but you'll get all the artwork and the instruction. And then you'll get the March class, which is in 2 days. Yay! So that is the Empty Page class, and let me tell you about it. This is what we did for our very first 2 pages. We did a colorful, crazy page, 2 pages, I guess. And we talked about how I, oh, that was dirt. I mean, that was ink. I totally just ruined that page. Not really. It wasn't dirt. It was ink. Well, it's okay. We talked about how I start by looking at an empty page and how I get going to fill it. We will do the same thing this coming Saturday. Then we talked about how to trace my art that I give you onto your page. So it starts with this and it ends with this, or whatever you want it to end with. Some people colored the whole thing. Some people didn't color it at all. So it's lovely. And then this was another piece of art that everybody got. It started like this and it ended like this for me. But for everybody, it ends differently because you can do whatever you want. You know, you don't have to do anything but this. And then we did not do this page, but I did do this page on my own when we were scattering my parents the remainder of their ashes. And it says, rest in love, and it says, ashes to ashes, dust to dust. And it shows where we left them, which I can't say because then I will get arrested. Probably not. This was the homework page that we got last time, which if you are in the empty page, this is the stuff you're going to want to cut out for this time, which I will share in the empty page group later today to let everybody know we will be playing with these circles. So there is that. The artwork that we will be working with this time around is this, which we are using in class and as homework. This, which we are using in class mainly, but you could use it as homework. And then this is homework. And this is homework, which means you have 2 months to work on all of these. And if you choose not to, hey, it's your prerogative. You know, it's my prerogative. And this one. And this one. Okay? So that is the empty page. I'm going to put these in here so that I don't forget that they are for that class. It is $40 for $40 for 3 months. And so it's every other month. So we did January. There was nothing in February, so you could work on your homework. Now we're meeting again in March. There will be nothing in April, and then we will meet again in May. There will be nothing in June, and then if you want to be in July, September, and November, it's an additional $40 because they're 3-part classes. So it was $40 for the first 3 sessions and $40 for the second 3 sessions. But it's kind of worth it because you get like lots of artwork from me, and you can use it if you choose to, or if you don't choose to, again, your prerogative. So that's the empty page, and that's all I am shamelessly plugging. Today, hello. Hi, my name's Lindsay, and today we are working on prompts created for us by Miss Rebecca Swayze, the ultimate of mixed media, color, stitching. Like, there's nothing that girl can't do, Rebecca Swayze. And today's the 12th, and we are doing diagonals. Here's the unfortunate part, or maybe the fortunate part. I have already decided to do flowers for today. So guess what? We'll be doing flowers for tomorrow as a pattern and flowers for today with our diagonal. So there. I couldn't really find any diagonal cards, so I found this one, which is considered cross-hatching because your diagonal lines go one way and then they go the other way, and that's considered a cross-hatch. I found this one, which also has lots of diagonal lines, but it's called Lines and Stripes. Where was this when I was looking for lines? I looked at it and I thought this was diagonal, I guess. And then there's this one, which is called Rainbow Order. Well, every day in my life is Rainbow Order, so who cares? So I cut a corner piece. So I cut a piece that was the same size of this, which is 5.5 by 5.5. And then I cut it on the diagonal. I added a black strip, and it's going to go right there, okay? Then we're going to put another black strip over here like this. But before we do that, are you ready? I'm going to cut this. We're going to cut a page. Life is going to get wild and crazy. Okay, I just cut that page. Did you see that? Now what I want to do is I want to glue this part here, a tiny bit here, and a tiny bit here, but not before I do this. First, I'm going to erase this line. I kind of thought about this. Normally, I don't plan things out this much, but I've been wanting to cut some of these pages, and so, you know, that's what's going to happen. I'm going to cut some pages. So the first thing I want to do is black this up. I want to black it out. I don't want to block it out. I want to black it out. So I think we'll take this. I'm having fun with these big flat brushes lately. Hi, Susan Oliver Bain. Susan Bain Oliver. Oh, there's a lot of red in this. I should wipe this all up. Hold on. Maybe I will. No, I kind of like the red in with the black. Maybe we'll just leave it. Yeah, it's all right. It's red and black. And the red is getting very mixed up with the black. It's okay. I think we have enough black in there. So we'll get some water and throw it in here because we don't want it really black. We just want to black it up. Black it up, up, black it up, up. I watched this girl this morning paint with oil paints, and now all I want are oil paints. It sounds lovely. I don't think I will ever purchase oil paints, but this girl does commission pieces for $12,000. She's in Australia, and her canvases are to die for. The finished pieces, and they are all oils. And man, it was fun to watch her. But don't think I'm going anywhere with oils, because I am not. This got really kind of cool. It has a cool kind of, I don't know. I like the way the black is coming out. I don't think I'll do too much more to it. Carmen says, you think you want oil paints. Carmen, it was so nice to see you yesterday. All right, don't do any more. Just blow dry it. Yeah, I do. I think I want oil paints, and then I know I do not. Black it up, black it up, up. Hi, Debbie. What's happening, hot stuff? Carmen says, it was so nice to see you too. I was so tired of being sick at home. Join the club. I was so tired of going to the ER and only seeing the dregs of the earth. Why is it, where do normal people go? Like, let's ask this question. If Bruno Mars gets sick, where does he go? Does he have a doctor come to him? Like, did they have doctors on call or something? Because you don't see any people with fancy jewelry or a fancy car. You only see me and the dregs of the earth at the ER. Really. I'm kind of in a Bruno Mars phase where I really, really, really want to go to a Bruno Mars concert. I'm going to make my friend Paula go with me when he comes around again. It's going to cost $5 million, but we'll figure it out. All right, so I want to make a pocket on this side. That's numero uno, pacchetto, a little pacchetto. So we're going to put it on this side and this side. Carmen says there's no health care, so everyone goes to the ER. Not J-Lo, she doesn't. Not Joni Mitchell, she doesn't. They have fancy on-call doctors, I think. I watched this show one time about this doctor to the stars. And they're just on call all the time. And then they call the doctor and they come and they take care of them. They don't go to the ER. But here's a better question. How do they get their driver's license? Because don't they have to go to the DMV? Don't they have to take a driver's test? Like the rest of us? Don't they? All right, so we have our first issue done. Our second issue is going to be to put glue here. And glue here, because we're making another pocket on this side. I don't know if it's going to work yet, so don't get overly enthralled with this. So we're gluing this top part, and we're gluing this bottom part. And we did not glue. Get your fingers off. Use a burnishing tool. I gotta get my fingers on the side here, because I got glue coming out. All right. So now I want to put this here, like this one, like that. What famous people are even in Grass Valley? Oh, Terry. There's nobody left. Well, there is one person left. He probably doesn't want me to say who he is, but I did spend a lot of time at his house back in the early 80s when my boyfriend was his sound mixer. But we used to have the guy who played Clint Walker, I think was his name, right? Clint Walker. He was a customer at Ben Franklin. We had Glenda the Good Witch, you know, in the pink dress. Before it, Adriana, whatever her name is. Ariana. And then we had Buzz Lightyear. What was his name? The guy who flew the space shuttle. Why can't I remember his name? He came in all the time. And then we have the guy, Rossi, who drives the race cars. And then we have Roger Hodgson from Supertramp. He still lives there. All right, so here's the plan. Will it work? I have no idea. I want this card to slip in here. Well, we gotta go skinnier. Oh, because we glued this bottom, dork. I should not have glued this. But we can cut this down just a little bit. Anyway, those are the only 4 people that I know for sure. One whose house I've been to, Buzz Aldrin. Thank you, Palma. It wasn't Buzz Lightyear, it was Buzz Aldrin. Okay, then I gotta cut off a little off the side and a little off the top. That works. Okay, we're gonna use some of these things. We're gonna use maybe these colors. Those are good, right? Or this one. This one's better. But I'm gonna cut out the circles again, because there's no rules with this, you know. Rebecca did not give us rules. And we're going to cut out more circles momentarily. So, let me ask you guys a question. Guess what I did? I'm Johnny Carson now. I made notes about things I wanted to talk to you about. Do you guys remember your dreams when you wake up? Because I do. And recently my dreams have been beyond vivid. And I tell my husband every morning, and he's like, do you ever dream about anything other than a retail store? And I'm like, no, I do not. And he's like, why? Do you want to open another store? And I said, no, I do not. It's just I spent 90% of my life in retail. So I dream about flower shops and card shops and all kinds of retail establishments. Mostly they're paper rabbit. Those are my tabs that will pull this down. Mostly they're paper rabbit. So last night's dream was this woman who I could give you her description to a T, and her husband, and they were in my store, and I had a really big store like the size of a Dollar Tree, but there was a whole section that had a couch and some chairs, comfy chairs for the hubby, and it was all postcards. And this lady said she was moving to Michigan or Mississippi or somewhere, some M place, and she was leaving California, and she was crying the whole time she was in my store. And I'm like, don't cry. I have all these California postcards. Let's go through them, and you can pick out a bunch of California postcards, and then it will remind you of California when you move. And she's like, oh my God, you are amazing. Thank you so much. I'm so grateful that your store is here. And I'm like, no problem. And I swear to you, I could tell you, not now, but when I woke up, all the postcards that I was going through with her. And she had to buy like $1,000 worth of postcards. It was a good sale day. That's the kind of day that makes you want to continue in retail and keep going. Diagonal lines. Carol says, I dreamed we went to lunch and had a good time. You and me? That'd be a good time, Carol. One time I had a sale day. So when my store was failing, Like, I had only had it open for a few weeks, and the only sale I had made was to my dad, and I think my biggest sale was $7 or something like that. He would come in on his way home from work and buy stuff from me, just, you know, just to keep me in business. But this girl came in, her name, I probably shouldn't say her name, but her name was Julie. I'll give you her first name. And she said she was getting married and she wanted to look through the wedding invitation books. So, of course, I get out the cheapy ones like they used to have at the printers. And I started showing her that. Rebecca said she had a dream that she gave birth to kittens. Okay. Okay, Rebecca. Anyhow. Oh my God, that's so funny. This girl, Julie Page, came in, and so I showed her. Oh, I told you her last name. She's not married anymore, but this was back in 1981, maybe. And so I took out the crappy, yucky books, the Carlson Craft, it was called. Cheap invitations, cheap. Like you could get 100 invitations for $100 with response cards and all the cards, you know. And she's like, no, I'm looking for something a little different. And I bought this fancy book of invitations. I don't remember. I think it was called Elite, was the name of the company. Anyway, I showed it to her, and they had ribbons and pearls and rhinestones. And she's like, is it all right if I take this book home? And I'm like, God, I've only been in business like 7 days. I don't even know you. Should I let you take this book home? I don't know. But I did. I let her take it home. I took her name and phone number. She came back the next day, and she placed an order for $2,000 invitations. I thought I was going to drop dead and need to be taken to the ER. Because really, in my wildest dreams, nobody would ever buy $2,000 invitations, but she did. You know? And that just made my life complete. It made it so that I could stay in business for another month. And then she told her friends, and they came in and started buying invitations, and then she had babies. She was my saving grace. Sometimes that's all it takes, is one person to spread the word. Anyway, that was my dream, the postcard dream last night. Then I wanted to talk to you about my weight, because a bunch of you guys yesterday, after I told you how much I weigh now, 181 pounds, most I've ever weighed. Well, that's not true. I did weigh 122 at one time, honestly. But that was a long time ago. So right now I went to the doctor. I weigh 181. The only thing I wanted to say was, I feel you guys that messaged me and said that they appreciated the fact that I was talking about my weight. It just came out. I didn't plan it or anything. Today I did plan it because I wanted to say, I don't feel bad about how much I weigh. I have no problem with it. Actually, it's fine with me. And yesterday we went to IHOP, me and my girlfriends, and I got there maybe 15 minutes before everybody. And the guy came and said, would you like something to drink? And I said, no. And then he came back a couple minutes later. He goes, are you sure you don't want anything to drink? I'm like, no, just water. Thank you. And he comes back a couple minutes later. He goes, are you sure you don't want something to drink? Like, he was pestering me. And I'm like, okay, I really want a chocolate milkshake. And he brings me a chocolate milkshake. No problem. Thanks, buddy. So I had a chocolate milkshake, and I don't care. It doesn't bother me. Because I'm at that point, and my husband, I think, is too, where we don't really care anymore. We just want to have fun. I think I'll put that one there. You know? And food sometimes is very fun. And I don't want to be a house. I mean, I've been there. I've been a house. I don't want to be that again, but I also don't really care how much I weigh. Okay, so that happened yesterday. That was fun. It was so good getting to be with my girlfriends. Okay, I bet you're wondering, where are the diagonal lines coming in? Because there's a lot of polka dots here. Are you ready? Are you ready? We're going to do some flowers. Because this is going to pull out of here like this, see? Maybe. Like that. We're going to do flowers with diagonal lines. Those are pretty much diagonal lines, but there's going to be more. Oh, just wait. Look, diagonal lines. And I'm going way outside the petals, but I don't care. So then yesterday, this is my story of don't count your chickens before they're hatched, because we took my mother-in-law to the bank because it appeared that our uncle left my mother-in-law a whole bunch of money because it was in her name. Here's more diagonal lines. And we got there, and there were 6 accounts that he opened because, you know, with each one you get a better rate, interest rate. I didn't even know there was such a thing as interest anymore, but there is for him. And he closed them all to get a better interest rate. So there was only 1 account left for her, and it had very little money in it. We were so excited to get her the money that she needs to get through the rest of her days. But it didn't happen, so that's my story of don't count your chickens before they hatch. She feels like she got like the world given to her on a platter. She wants to take us out to dinner. She wants to give money to our children. And we're like, this is your money to get you through the rest of your life. You may not spend it on us. Okay, more diagonal lines. We'll just do some different. Isn't that cute? Yeah, it was pretty disappointing. I should have brought my camera down. It was disappointing. For us, she could care less. She doesn't think she's going to live very much longer, but I keep telling her, sorry. Sorry for you and your loss, but you're living for a long time. The doctor told her she's got nothing wrong physically except her eyes, which she won't go get cataract surgery for. Even though we told her that it would help her balance 20 to 40%. Nope, she doesn't care. Okay, well, anyway, I don't want to talk about my mother-in-law today because I don't have to see her or deal with her today, so I'm pretty excited about that. What else? Has anybody taken their grandkids or kids to see the movie Hoppers? Because I want to take Atticus to see Hoppers. Maybe not this weekend, maybe next week, but just curious if anybody has. It looks so cute. I watched a preview yesterday. How old is your mother-in-law? 86. Oh, and my friend Judith, who's probably here right now and killing me for saying this, but my friend Judith is the same age as my mother-in-law, and she came to lunch yesterday, and we could, she's just normal. My friend Judith is normal, so it has nothing to do with age. It has all to do with the fact that my mother-in-law is just crazy. And we were talking about that. I monopolized the whole conversation yesterday, and I apologize, Carmen, but you guys just kept asking me more questions. I apologize. It is quite interesting. I really like these flowers. Do some really skinny ones. Trying to do them all a little different. Just do one line in these, one diagonal line. Those are diagonal lines, right? I mean, you consider these diagonal lines. I do. I mean, they appear to be diagonal to me, but we'll do more diagonal on that black part. One more flower. Anyway, I guess nobody's seen hoppers, right? I just want to make sure it's okay for Atticus. Because sometimes those kid-looking movies, they are not okay to take a little kid to. They're more grown-up than kid, but this looks like kid movie. I forgot to put the more diagonal lines in here. Even though we're doing cross-hatching in some of them. There's our diagonal. I like it that way. All right, almost done. Okay. What is the bright dots? Is it watercolor? It's this. It's from Rebecca's color palette dots. Hopper is supposed to be based in Beaverton, where Rebecca is from. That's cool. Now we're doing more diagonals because we need more diagonal. That's cool. So the animals are from Beaverton. Oh, you know what show I watched last night, you guys? It's called Rooster, and it's with Steve Carell, and it was filmed here locally in Stockton, which Stockton, where we live, doesn't get much good credit. So it was really nice to see Stockton in a happy light. And it was a cute show. It was done by the people that did Ted Lasso, so I really like Ted Lasso. I liked it. Oh, sorry. We're going for a background of mostly water again. And a kind of quick background because I'm going to run out of time here. Anyway, it was with Steve Carell, and it was very PG. I mean, it almost might be, no, it's definitely PG. It's not G. But it was pretty PG rated. I would give it a definite thumbs up. I really liked it. So it's by the same people that did Ted Lasso and Shrinking, which is my very favorite show right now. Next to The Pit. Oh, I have several. The Pit, Paradise, Shrinking, and now this one. Whatever I said it was called. Rooster. It's called Rooster. Okay. Happy? Okay. Z said, thanks for the reminder about Rooster. I was waiting for it. It's good, Z. You'll like it. Black it out, out, out. Black it out, out, out. Okay, so we did our diagonal flowers, even though we're not supposed to be doing flowers today until tomorrow. Don't care. So I have diagonal, diagonal. There's diagonals everywhere here. That's going in here. Oh, it's cute. I like it. Look, it'll pull out like this. Doesn't pull out very straight. Now we have to write diagonal here. And I think we'll use this, if there's still ink in it. No, there is not. That one is a goner. Let's see. I know I have a new one, so let's just open the new one. Harry says, I want to go on the therapistide. What's that? Something. Oh, no, I'm not going on any drugs. I'm just going to keep eating. But you do what works for you. All right, I have a brand new glaze pen here. Has the little cap on it. Do you know when you get these, they have a little ball on the end? Can you see that? You have to pull that off of these pens before you can use it. Hope I spelled diagonal right. Wow, I didn't think I'd be able to do that, but I did. Diag. O-N-A-L. That was fun. Very crooked A. Oops. My L, I didn't mean to hit the A. All right. This card, where is it? Where are my cards? I think we're going to use this one and this one are going to go in this pocket. Oh, that looks cool. I like when the card coordinates with the pocket. All right. I'm going to go. Judy, wow. Congratulations for losing 100 pounds. I'm proud of you. That's amazing. I wish I had used this on my flowers. I may go back to the flowers and use this glaze pen. It does take a while to dry. That's the only big problem. That lettering is cool. Is this your journal, Playday journal, or a new one? This is this journal, Laura. It's the Soho Urban Artist Brick Mix Media Journal that Rebecca Swayze recommended for us to use. Or she told me, she didn't really recommend it. She said this is what she was using this month. So I said, if it's good enough for Rebecca, it's definitely good enough for me. So I copied her. Because we are all about copying, right? Nope. I might not like this, but I'm doing it anyway. Oh, I do. Adding some white in with the black. Get some extra diagonalies. Diagonalies. I like it a lot. Last thing I wanted to tell you guys that's on my list is that my husband and I are starting our therapy today. He would be mad at me if I shared that, but I did. Don't tell him. What style of lettering is this? I have no idea. Pamela, that's a cute question. I just started doing it just right now, just 5 seconds ago. So I don't know what you would call it. But we are definitely going over these lines with a glaze. May not go over them exact, but glaze it is, because then it'll match. But I don't know what style that is. I just kind of did those letters. Sometimes that just happens. I don't go back to a lot of my lettering styles. I like to go forward and try to come up with new stuff that I like. You know what I mean? So I don't always copy what's in my book. It's stuff that I did then, but now I do things different. I probably saw it somewhere. I don't know. I don't think I ever saw anybody put diagonals. Denise, you are grounded. Go to the principal's office, Denise. You are not teacher's favorite pet today. I still love you, though. Silly girl. But anyway, I'm really hopeful, and I'm looking forward to it. And I hope that it gets us through this crazy train that we're on. Because I want to pull the brakes and get off, if you know what I mean. I am done. Oh, that's much prettier. It's much thicker, and it's raised. Sure wish they didn't discontinue these pens. All right, so I can't put this in yet, but let me blow dry it. I think I can. And that's it. Right? Should I do any more? I don't really want to do any more on that black. I like that word diagonal by itself. Oh yeah, that's... Look, it's not dry yet. Takes a long time for the glaze pens to dry. Dry, dry, dry. Okay, so the top is dry. Peggy Sue, I have not made tardy slips yet, so you're lucky. You don't have to go to the principal's office. You are good to go. Okay, I guess we're dry. Maybe, just maybe, we'll put some diagonalies over here. Because we have a little extra time. And then we'll add some whites in with the blacks. I saw a girl use a new white pen today called Graby or Grabby or something like that. And it comes in a 6-pack, and I don't need any more pens, but it's so hard not to buy these things when the girls are showing them and they have their long nails all manicured and perfect, and they're showing me a pretty pen, and all I want to do is buy it and try it. Lynn says everyone should make their own tardy slip. That is a true fact. I'd love to see them if you made tardy slips. You'd have to turn them in. I am going to make them, though, and then all you have to do is fill them out. This white is very thin, and it's not showing up real well on the black, but it's okay. Did I tell you guys about Bisbee, Arizona, and how I've been wanting to go there, and my husband said he's going to take me this summer? It's going to be hot as blazes in the summertime. We should have gone in the spring, but we're going anyway. Okay, I do like that now. Oh, Valerie says that white pen is great. You'll love it. Diana says Grabby or Graby is a good brand. I have their watercolors and they work well. Oh, yes, I know Pandafly, Judy. I'm sticking with Pandafly. Judy says I have Grabby and Pandaflies are better. Okay. What's in Bisbee? It's an artist community, Rebecca. There's nothing there but artists and artsy things. And there's another one in New Mexico that's like a whole community of artists moved into this area. Kind of like Grass Valley used to be, and then it's not. Jan says, it's supposed to be 100 by next Wednesday in the Tucson area. Lynn says it's going to be 100 plus next week. Okay, well, maybe not. All right, so here's our diagonal. Let's bring the camera up so you can see the whole thing. So we have this is our background, and we have a card that slides into the top, and then we use 2 pages here. Oh, I hope it folds. This does not like itself. And then this slides into the bottom. Well, this is a little tight. A little tight. Oh no, it folds. Okay. There we go. So tomorrow, our prompt is flowers. So I'm really excited. These 2 pages probably will become flowers because, let's look in our box. Let's just look before I leap. Look before you leap. Carol says, I think Mother Nature is drunk. Well, I mean, this could work for flowers. No. 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 Moon phases. No. Oh, that's pretty. What is that? A paint over. I for sure want to do this. Paint over. No, 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 no. We do have splatter coming. This might be fun with that. I'm putting this back. No, 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 no. More splatter. No, 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 no. Put this one back. No, 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 no. Oh, maybe. No, 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 no. So those are all no's. I am going to like this one tomorrow, but you're going to need some acrylic paint or gesso. Gesso, because this is super fun. So your watercolor, let's see what she says. Let's just read it. One of my favorite attributes of watercolor is its unpredictability. I love and get scared of the fact that I can't control it. It is frequently has a mind of its own, which can lead to unexpected magic. But it also doesn't always work. I hate to waste experiments, so I try to figure out ways to make something out of those ones that go awry. In this example of wet into wet experiment gone wrong, I painted over the first layer with white to create some foliage, Yeah. Just make sure that whatever you are painting on the top is fully dry, or you will end up with some messy color interactions. You could try to shape or a pattern, hello, dots or stripes. You can try anything you like. The sky's the limit. You can paint over with white. I often use gesso or pro white, but black or any other color would work as well for this technique. I recommend using gouache or acrylic on the top or paint over layers. So I'm going to use acrylic. That's what we're going to do tomorrow. That's going to be so much fun. So much fun. All right. Well, then we are done. My job here for today is done. So we have this that pulls out of here. We have these lines and these lines, lines and lines. What is still to come here? We have honeycomb, plaid, splatter, triangle, geometric, swirls, words, paisleys, checkers, lattice, harlequin, oh God, and argyle, oh, double God. Damask, leaves, stripes, numbers, herringbone, asemic writing. Oy vey, those are scary. Scary. All right, well, have a really good day. I'll be here tomorrow, same bat time, same bat channel. And if you're not here, get an absence slip. So now I have to make an absence slip and a tardy slip. I accept the challenge. All right, well, have a really good day. I love you guys. I'll see you tomorrow when we are here with flowers. Hope I have enough pages left. I'm sure I do. Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I only need 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So then I would, if I do the weekends, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I do have extras to cut away because I'm pretty into the cutting away thing like this now. I think the rest of this book may have some cool cutaways. Kind of excited about that I do have extras. Is there a link for what, Laura Shaw? Laura Shaw, what? And Palma says, oh, Rebecca needs a hall pass. I got to write that down. I need a hall pass. Hold on. Tardy slip. Hall pass. And what else? And an absence. Absence slip. Okay. For the book, oh, I can give you a link. Hold tight. Hold tight, girlfriend. Carmen must have left the building. No, it's not on YouTube, Lindsay. It's on Amazon. What's it called? Soho. Soho. Soho Urban Artist Sketchbook. This is it right here. $94. No, that's not it. It's because that's the one I bought. I didn't buy a pack of 20. I bought one. Here it is. One. Coming. Okay, there it is, Laura. It's not going to close ever again. See? Luckily, it comes with this rubber band thing, which helps it to close. Because it is popping fresh. All right, well, have a really good day, everybody. I'll see you tomorrow. I love you so much, and Bye. Love you. Bye.